Aldridge is back with us for the verdict on the Irish Independent. Delighted to see John in his You Boys in Green jersey this week. It's looking good on you, John?
You know what? It's good quality as well, you know. Yeah, I like it. It's nice.
Looks the part, doesn't it? Great. Our Ireland fans are the best in the world, as you always say. So it's great to support their cause in a way at a time when it's so bad, isn't it? It's not going well.
And to be fair, we're going through some bad times at the moment. So you've always got to stick behind your team in good and bad. You know, like Liverpool at the moment and a lot of Man United fans, they're going through the other side of the fence. So you have to just stick by and be fervent.
Yeah, absolutely. So, chatting about Liverpool to start with, I mean, they're playing quite well, I think we could say, but they're not convincing winners at the moment. Why do you think that is? A few goals sneaking in that shouldn't be.
It's mad, you know. Palace, the Community Shield, 1-0 up, let them in. 2-1 up, let them back in, lose on penalty. Bournemouth, 2-0 up. It was a good team by Bournemouth, by the way. 2-0 up at Anfield, gets a 2-2 with 5 minutes to go, whatever it is. Win 4-2, got us out of trouble. Newcastle, 2-0 up, 10 men against, get back to 2-2, win in the 98th minute. And obviously Burnley, which was anti-football, to be honest. I like Burnley, but I don't like the way they played. They played because it was just attack and defence, but they did it well and nearly got away with it. We got away with it, 1-0. And then again, Atletico Madrid, with Coco the Clown on the sidelines, managing them. 2-0 up. And they're a good side, Madrid. They come and have a bit of a go in a different way, but we still find a way of doing it. You know, especially at Anfield when you've got the cop and the 12th man. It's not like no other ground in world football. When you need them, they're there. You know, Bournemouth, last night, the times they keep on doing it time and time again and getting behind the team later on when and I've played there, I've been there many times as a fan. It spurs you on no end. They're finding a way to do it. But you can't win leagues by keep on doing it. You won't win the Champions League by keeping on doing that and letting teams back in. And it's a bit problematic. And sometimes because we play in the manner which we play, and it's fantastic. The football is amazing at times, under Jurgen and now on. When you're 2-0 up, look, have a game plan. And look, you don't want to say, we want to score 3 and 4, but have a game plan of sorting it out and doing it maybe a different way when teams try to come up the blocks. But, we have got a tendency defensively to lapse, and teams have been capitalising on them.
Yeah. Florian Wirtz so far, what are your thoughts? It's taking him a little bit of time to get in the groove, I think, isn't it?
He's only 22, the hardest league in the world. His ability is not in question. He's just getting up to scratch with the pace of the English game. Last night against Madrid, some great stuff, some wonderful play. Just a couple of it didn't fall for him a couple of times in the box to get the goal, what he needs. But hey, look, we paid a lot of money for him, but like he's going to be a big player for Liverpool in the future.
Yeah. And Isak last night, I mean, he's had that minutes under his belt now, which would be vital, I think.
I've been there before myself. It's you're very rusty. He's very rusty, but his technique and his play was at times exceptional. He had 2 really good opportunities. Whereas if he's match fit, he gets it on his feet and he bangs it into the corner. But he just got underneath one, went to the goalkeeper. The other one just went wide. He'll score goals for Liverpool. Yeah, big time.
Merseyside Derby, looking forward to it. There's a danger that one of these late goals isn't going to go in and they might slip up at some point. That's a concern, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a concern. Everton have started the season off really well. Got some new players, got more belief, more positivity. But again, when teams come to Anfield, they all do the same. They've all got the same spreadsheet. They all must pass it on to each one. This is how you go to Anfield, or you get people to watch them. This is what they do. Block, 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 block. They don't try and let anyone get in between the lines, and they don't attack. And when they get the ball, they'll have one player which will push them and they'll try and hit the ball over the top, up there. And that's every team except for Madrid, because they did it a different way. Arsenal, to a certain degree, did it with better players. And that's what they do at Anfield. They come to Anfield, they're absolutely scared stiff. to play the normal football game. And you understand you don't want to get walloped. And the game plan is, it's not football as we knew it. But it's the modern day football to try and get a result, get a draw, pinch a 1-0. And I get it. But it's not football as I've known it in my life. When they come, it's very tedious. And it's up to Liverpool to just break them down. Get the first goal, get the first 2 goals and see what they do then. Did they come out? And to be fair to Atletico Madrid, 2-0 down, I thought, it's a 5-0 coming on here. But they cut themselves back into the game. They had bottle. They got on the ball and created chances and deservedly got the goal, to be fair. But, some of the teams haven't got the quality that they've got in England. I'm not saying that's Everton, but if you go 1 or 2 goals up against Everton, it could be a different scoreline at the end of the day. But you've got to get them early goals, Kev.
Yeah, looking ahead to Sunday, the big game this weekend, Arsenal, Man City. I mean, what from a Liverpool perspective, maybe to start with, what's your thoughts on who are the main contenders? What kind of result would be good for Liverpool?
At the moment, I'd say Arsenal. City aren't, what they were, a few years back. Arsenal are getting clean sheets, looking quite strong. Man City against United won convincingly, but at the same time, Man United squandered like 4 great chances, and normally you don't get them at the Etihad. So defensively, they're not as strong as they was. Going forward, they're still good. They've got Ireland, but I think as a rival of Liverpool, I think at the moment I'd say Arsenal. So I think a draw, obviously, you'd want, but if City was to win it, it'd be probably the better result at the moment. Because City are open at the back. Man United, as poor as they are at the moment, could have scored 3 goals, easily.
It's interesting to see how City are evolving. I mean, they've brought in so many new players. It was a good result of the weekend, but there's still a feeling they're not quite what they were. Is that fair to say?
No, they're not. Yeah. Still got Ireland, and they've got really good players. But, when it's like Liverpool at the moment, quite a lot of differentiation. You've got they've passed on the generation, the team that have done really well. There's 4 or 5 of them gone now. So it's a new turnover, and they've got to gel and get together. But whether they gel as the last lot did, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, Arsenal were hammered in many ways. Arteta was hammered for being too negative at Anfield. Was that fair to say? Were you surprised they didn't really go for it?
I've just said the same template. Every team's got the same template against Liverpool. And they utilise it in their own different way. I can understand, but I did expect Arsenal, having the players that they've got, to have a bit more of a go. And it cost them in the end. It was either the match was going to be won by a mistake or a piece of genius, and it was the latter.
And is that where maybe they're not quite the winners that they want to be? They're the team that finished second and third because they haven't quite got that killer instinct.
Last year, but they've got Zuba Mendy.
Eze's come in as well. Eze's a good player.
Yeah. They're better than what they've had, so they're going to be better. They've got a better squad to go with it. But defensively, I think what he's doing is trying to build it more on defence, because the Arsenal of old will come to Liverpool and have a bit more of a go. But they want 1-0 to the Arsenal, which was always the call on the Wenger, wasn't it? 1-0 to the Arsenal.
George Graham, that was, wasn't it? I think there's more George Graham than
I think he's looking at down that line now, rather. He's trying to be a little bit more pragmatic and looking at the ways. And then, we'll win games 3 or 4, but he'll take a 1-0 all day. Yeah. And defensively, they're the best team at the moment in the league.
But can you win the league like that? I mean, you could in the past. It feels like now football's moved on. You can't really win the league by trying to grind out corners and free kicks, which is what they're doing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we'll find out, won't we, Kev? That's for sure. But look, that he hasn't done the last couple of years, and they've done well at Arsenal, so he's thinking, well, I'm going to try a different way of doing it.
I mean, 2 or 3 years ago, they were playing quite open, expansive football, it felt to me. And then suddenly they've gone back to this more cautious football. I think that's where the fans are concerned, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But look, if they're happy doing it and the fans, and they might get it. They're in with a chance, put it that way.
Yeah. So looking at the balance of the top three, would you say it's Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City are the three you'd pick at this stage?
At the moment,
Yeah.
it has to be that one. It's it's the way it is. Tottenham have got a good manager. They're doing a hell of a lot better. Newcastle will do better. Chelsea obviously are always danger. So it'll be a good league this year. It will be a really good league this year. I'm pretty sure. It's closer than the last 10 years, whatever it's been with City. Just completely dominating, and Liverpool to a certain degree.
Looking at Man United, I mean, we've spoken about them before on here, but it seems to just be getting worse. It doesn't seem to be getting better. This manager doesn't seem to have a solution. It feels he's reaching the end soon, I think.
He's lost. Yeah. He's lost. He's a rabbit in headlights. Like many other Man United managers before, since Alex Ferguson, since Alex left them with an aging squad and whatever, and it's just they haven't found a solution.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see Amorim getting to Christmas at this stage, can you? It feels like he's 1 or 2 defeats away from it all going wrong.
But look, they've got good players. They might have unity, but you need more than that. And if they bring another one in, they've already spent so much money, more than Liverpool over the time he's been there, to get the system going what he wants. So another manager comes in, plays a different system. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. But I'm just glad I don't have the worrying problem as a massive fan of that. This is my team and my club.
It feels like.
And to be fair, I'm not a great admirer of the chairman. Supposed to be a Man United fan, the way he goes about his stuff. Gary Neville put him in his place about the ex-players, taking money off them, trying to get the ground funded. Just a money man, I think. I think he's not far from the Glazers, to be quite honest.
Yeah, absolutely. So just a little chat about your golf event last week. How did it go? Will you tell us a little bit about how much money you raised and what it was all about?
Yeah. I've been doing it now over in Portugal for 22 years or so. We get loads of Scousers, loads of Irish, a lot of jocks, a lot of people in and around the area, expats, and people from London and everywhere, all over, just come, and we got to know each other over the 20 odd years. Very friendly, and it's like a stag party, to be quite honest. They come on the Thursday, they leave on the Monday with heavy heads, but the golf's great. The ambience is great. Jason McAtee came. We done a talk on the Friday after the event. We had music on the Saturday, along with obviously food on the both days, comedian auction, and we had the ball. Everyone had the ball. We raised them between 25 and 30,000 euros this year, which has more or less been the par over the 22 years or so. I think when you're next player and you've got people who respect you, and it's nice to be in a situation to help the needy, especially children. It's quite humbling to be doing it, and with the help of everyone that comes and the sponsors, and Liverpool give us and friends give us some auction prizes. It's brilliant, Kev. It's a great crack.
Well, fair play to you for doing it as well. Just one note on we lost Ricky Hatton at the weekend. Now you've had some loose contact with him in recent years. He was a great fella and such a sad loss for sport, wasn't he?
Smashing bloke. Yeah, it's so sad. When I've spoken to Ricky over the years on, I don't know, a dozen occasions, and obviously he does the CBD with me. It's so sad. Such a young man, funny man, genuine man. To obviously he had mental problems, Ricky, and we don't know what happened in the end. But your heart goes out to him and his family and his friends, because he had many friends. And what can you say? Just rest in peace.
It's just so sad when someone who's that loved almost doesn't feel loved, doesn't it? And doesn't know how much people care about him.
Yeah, it's similar to like the Jota scenario, isn't it? Every game Liverpool now on 20 minutes, it's Anfield lights up in honour of him, and I just wish, Manchester City should do that for Ricky Hatton, because he was a massive Man City fan, And I think it'd be nice for them, whatever number Ricky was associated with, to do something for Ricky.